runoff in the general election, I voted Willie. In the runoff, I voted Paul Valise. And I'm going to tell you why.
Mm.
Paul Vallis, everything they said about Paul Vallis were misleading and absolutely untrue for the most part. When they say Paul Vallis destroyed CPS, that's false. Paul Vallis, before he became the CEO in 1995, Chicago was considered one of the worst school districts in the nation before he came. Paul came from 95 to 2001, built 78 schools, fired 200 teachers and principals. Now, what he did was the law. They had a new law implemented where he could take money that was supposed to be allocated for the teacher's pension. He diverted it. That's how he built the schools and stabilized the school system. But while he diverted it during the time where it was a stock market boom in the 90s, where the market was reaching like astronomical highs. Because when he left in 2001, the fund had $1 billion surplus and the pension fund was 100% fully funded. Arnie Duncan destroyed the schools because they continued to divert the funds instead of putting money into the funds. And you had a housing crisis and a dot-com bubble bust in the middle of 2000s. That's what happened. And when they say, oh, Paul Vallis destroyed other school districts, that's not true. In New Orleans, Paul Vallis, he came post-Katrina. Pre-Katrina, it's 126 public schools in New Orleans. Katrina destroyed 110 of them. He basically rebuilt their whole school district. He did use charter schools, which I'm okay with charter schools as long as they do what they do. And what he did with those charter schools was the fact that those charter schools had low-income students scores. He improved their scores significantly, where their scores was competing with high-income students in New Orleans. And them people missed him in New Orleans. You're going to have some people going to say, oh, he did this and this, good and bad. But overall, even in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and the reason why he's fired in Bridgeport, Connecticut is because he didn't have an education background. They told him to take some classes and he finished it in time.
Mm.
So that's why, the reason why I really voted Paul Vallis, because school vouchers. School vouchers are like Pell Grants. What they do is the money follows the student. Instead of your kid having to force to go to a neighborhood school, a failing neighborhood school that isn't performing, your kid gets $15,000 and you can stay at your neighborhood school, you can go to a private school, or you can go to a home school. Because home school don't necessarily mean you got to be in a home. It could be a storefront full of students. That could be a home school. Your kid got and the money follows the kid where you can see fit to take your child to. There's a school called Freedom Home Academy. That's like around 95th and Dorchester. They got a Head Start, middle school, and a high school for like almost $600-700 a month. They're a private school. They have 4-year-olds reading at a 4th grade level. And they're not using no $15,000 per student budget. They doing so much with so little. And they on like 95th and Dorchester. And see, I support school vouchers because I think if a parent has a child and they're an active parent and they want to see their child active, now you can send your child to a school that you feel they could benefit from. Or, matter of fact, what's even better, we could take all the teachers and we could build our own schools and have control our own education, where the teachers can regulate and put stipulations and force parents to be more involved. Hey, if you're not working, you're going to get fined. I mean, not working. If you don't participate in school, we'll fine you. We're going to do this. You need to get your child in order. You need to be more active or your child won't be here. And get them some skin in the game. So now we can start developing and putting out more educated, because when you release a whole bunch of uneducated kids and dummies into the neighborhood, it's going to affect the neighborhood. That's how you get the crime. But when you start enlightening and educating these kids, they become better citizens. And the good thing about the vouchers too, because now you can implement other programs besides education. You might have kids read Proverbs, Ecclesiastics in their school. You got to build a more, learning all the other stuff is cool, but building their character and their more insight is even better. And having food made focus and get rid of all that processed food that they give them in regular public schools. That's why I was going for Paul Vallis.
Well, man, we hope to see you run, man. Whatever office you run in, you have our support here, man. I'm being directed by production that we got to wrap this segment up, man. But we really, really appreciate you coming and sharing all the information that you did share with us, man. Here at Concrete Hood Podcast, man. We want to be informative. That's what it's about, man. And I think you came and gave us an A for that game, man. We appreciate you, Mario, man. If you want to shout out your Instagram, man, y'all can always follow Mario, man. He keep us updated. He got all the information, man. I'm telling you right now, he doing the work. He doing the groundwork, man. And so, when it's his turn, man, to get out there, man, and run for his office, man, whichever office he choose to run for, man, I'm asking that everybody that's in tune with us and everybody that's in tune with anything that's going on that has suffered from any type of anything that goes on in this town, man. I'm telling y'all right now, this is the man. This is the man.
Hey man, I appreciate it, little bro, man. Thanks for the opportunity to be a guest on the host, to give me a platform to share my information, let people get to know me. And if you want more information and want to get to see my platform on Instagram, I'm at Chicago_Alderman, where I try to keep people updated about the policies and things that's going on in the city, not just even solely and mainly on the politics. I might throw everything out, but we're going to try to keep the people informed so we can make informed decisions.
Man, thank y'all for tuning in to Concrete Hood Podcast, man. Subscribe below. We at Concrete Hood Podcast .com, Concrete Hood Podcast. That's our Instagram. I'm Polo at Polo_the Don one, man. We appreciate the love, man. Love.